Want to do the opening first?
Yeah.
Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Yes, as you can tell, it's Academy Award season or Oscar Award season. This happens to be one of the dresses that was loaned to me by designer Birgit C. Mueller. Yes. Wait a minute. Okay, cut that out. I want to change it. It now seems that marriage is more than a man and a woman.
Well, yeah. Even though Congress was supported by Democrats as well as Republicans, you're not going to find a Southern Democrat that says marriage is a man and a man, or a woman and a woman. You know, and the churches are all on the side. The President of the United States, well, he doesn't admit it. The Justice Department, which he actually controls, is not going to defend with the Defense of Marriage Act, which defines marriages between a man and a woman, because they are saying that you can't do that because gays have rights. Well, not in many countries in the world, but this one basically.
Why not? Well, see, part of it is if they open it up, it's like marriages between what? A person and
you can basically
a person and
it could be a person and a dog, a person and a cat, person and a horse, person and an elephant. Basically, you can say, well, I'm in love with these 16 women. I'm in love with this 9-year-old girl, and you can't tell me I can't be in love with a 9-year-old girl because you just said you can't define love in a law. So they just opened up pedophilia, bestiality, everything they're doing, Obama is doing, and they said that, and the guy, he can't say, I have to do this because it's the Christian thing to do. Well, yeah, they won't.
No, the Christian thing was always a man and a woman. And Muslims don't care for...
Muslims don't believe in it. Okay.
I mean...
Black America totally supports the Defense of Marriage Act, as do the Latinos. So he has no chance. One of the people said this man would have to basically blindfold every American going to the ballot box to be able to get reelected. So.
And 4 American hostages killed by pirates off Somalia.
Well, yeah, like we're talking about yesterday, the fact was, it's just unbelievable. Obama has, just like he has with the illegal aliens, which are uninvited guests according to the Justice Department, catch and release policy. As soon as they butcher somebody, he releases them because, well, he said...
we drove them to that.
This is what one of the black reporters said. He talked to people. He said it has absolutely nothing to do with these people are all black and they're Muslim. Nothing to do with that. And we all know our president does not bow before Muslims. Our president is not a Muslim. Our president did not have a Muslim father. It had nothing to do with that. Isn't that a good one?
Nothing. And Wisconsin Union Showdown may have far-reaching effects.
Well, yeah, because the left now has come up with okay, anybody remembers? We won the election, we make the rules. Not anymore. Obama said those people now, the Democrats have said, if you lose the election, you run the country. I heard one of the people said last night, actually it was a football player for Pittsburgh, who's somewhat pissed. Pittsburgh is Steel Town, USA. They have lots of unions. His father was a union member. He said, I guess I want my trophy. And they said, what do you mean your trophy? Well, the President of the United States and his people have said, if you lose, you can declare yourself the winner. Said, I want the goddamn trophy, and if I don't get my trophy, I'm going to just keep yelling until they send me the Lombardi trophy. Because according to the President of the United States Democratic Party, majority no longer rules, and you don't want to hurt the feelings of people like me. I want my trophy. And he was and they said, well, you can't do that. And he said the president is doing it in Wisconsin, he's doing it in Indiana, Ohio, every state that the Republicans won the election in, he's decided, the Democratic Party, and his people have decided that, no, you can't, just because you won the election doesn't mean you have the right to do anything, because we decide. Like, do you know that there are more states, the senators are leaving, so they can't be required to vote on legislation.
That is horrible.
That's their new way of doing it. We lost the election, but we're going to stay away, and you're going to pay our salaries. You're going to pay for our vacation until you decide to do what we want you to do, which basically is pissing off the country. Yeah.
For American, Moody's cuts outlook for Japan credit rating.
Well, yeah, they're now junk bond status. The country is flat ass broke, and it's possibly a good reason why they backed off of 3D for TV.
Why?
Because
Moody?
the country's busted. Nobody, if you have to have money coming in to build things. They don't have money coming in. And you can't tax what people don't have. So therefore, when they're talking junk bound status for a country the size of Japan, who has the economic power of Japan, that's what we're headed for.
Bahrain king releases political prisoners.
Well, it's not going to work because as of today, it doesn't look like any of those leaders in those countries under attack has any place to go.
Oh, really?
And because they have, let's put it this way. If I'm going to try something that Mark Twain said once. The bravest man he ever knew was a coward. He was so afraid of dying, he led his company to victory. These dictators are afraid. They're going to be, if they leave the country, they're going to be arrested. All their money's going to be taken. They're going to be executed. If you're going to be executed, you might as well go out as a lion than as a lamb, folks.
And Egypt asked for freeze on Mubarak assets.
That's what we're talking about. They're freezing his assets all over the world. Mubarak has no place to go. No one wants him. And if you don't have any money, you're not welcome anywhere. Even in Venezuela, you're not welcome with no money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here's a good one you're going to watch. I just saw a television commercial advertising Venezuela as a place for Americans to come to invest in money. Because we have gold, we have untapped gold fields, lying just on the surface where Americans can come and make money by just picking it up off the ground. I mean, anybody believe that one?
U.S. State Department advises against non-essential travel to Christchurch, New Zealand.
Yeah, because the country's they just had a second massive earthquake today, and it's really, it's not really known for its earthquakes, but they've basically done so much. I figure earthquakes, basically what happens is a lot of our earthquakes are actually nothing more than ground settling into where they pump the water out. Because when you have earthquakes in areas where earthquakes not supposed to happen, that's my idea. And they pumped almost all the groundwater out in New Zealand.
Security Council condemns Libya crackdown.
Yeah, they're not, okay. I love this one. Obama's refusing to make any statements, whatever he had. Hillary Clinton, we object to what they're doing. You can't do that to your own people. Yeah. That's what dictators do, folks. You're looking at what's going to happen. Look at what's going on in all of these states that the Democrats are unhappy about losing the elections. That's going to turn violent soon. It's just a matter of when it's going to turn violent. If they don't get their way, they're going to get their way by busting heads. That's how unions work.
No, not that we would see that. Countries scramble to evacuate citizens from Libya.
Yeah, but the ferry is not being allowed to dock because it means they now have prisoners because of our president.
And the Obama administration has committed a serious Middle East policy blunder.
He basically, he won't do anything with dictators, but if it's people that are our friends, he basically condemns them immediately. You don't see him condemning Gaddafi, do you?
No.
Nope.
Home prices plummet in most big U.S. cities.
Yeah, like they said, well, Washington, D.C. is actually doing a great business in homes. You said, yeah, because the Republicans took control and they didn't have any place to live, so they're selling things to Republicans at the moment.
And Blockbuster puts itself up for sale.
Oh, God, this is a company that was worth tens of billions of dollars just a few years ago. We actually went to the last of the things on DVDs. We went to the last function, the last gasp of DVD for selling this nation, and nobody. The DVD stores are all collapsing. It's not got to do, as I found out, that the downloads are not what they said the downloads were. People are not. The video on demand is not selling like they said it was. Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm. And Obama pitches economic message one state at a time.
Well, he's trying to convince people, well, you need to put in part of our 800-mile high-speed rail system. They said, like in one state, they said, but nobody rides a train in our state. Well, they will once you put the high-speed. How much is going to? Oh, it's only going to cost $20 billion in your state.
And court bars streaming of TV programming online.
Yeah, we're in that battle right now. It's basically, I don't think that they can do it because it's a broadcast signal that's over the air. Okay, here it is. You can pick it up for free on a TV set. Any TV set can pick up the stuff for free. And their process is, if you can pick it up for free, why can't you retranslate it over the internet for free? The TV set, and it's the same deal, So the people, that organization do have a valid point, and they probably will win in the Supreme Court when it gets there.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
That when you see what's happening in the rest of the world start to come to this country, you should actually get it through your head that we've got problems.